on to join the discussion. And for this week, we had our end of month discussion, which was player of the month, manager of the month, and goal of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had a couple people send in their comments. We had shouts for Patrick Bamford for player of the month, but in lieu of him being in the visual, going to select Harry Kane. We also had Bruno Fernandes, interesting. Manager of the month, Brendan Rodgers. Don't sleep on him. Okay. Then the first, I'd say, logical answer. Lanzini, Ralph Hasenhüttl, and Kane, which came in from M.More92. Then Trends Store 21 said Lanzini, Ralph Hasenhüttl, and would have chosen Lamptey, but instead chose Son. And I just like to point out to people that the visual, when we put it together, is just a suggestion. You can choose anyone you want. But what are your thoughts? I think we know Lanzini.
150,000%.
I mean, I looked at the list of good goals that come in this month, and because I didn't pick Lanzini, I can't now change my mind. So I'm going to stick with Tom Kearney.
You are tapped. Anyway, I'm going to go Nuno for manager.
I can't do that. Has to be
Ralphie.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Just because Southampton be playing better football than Wolves.
I back that. The only reason, and funny enough, the only reason I've actually picked Nuno is because, first of all, when I look for kind of manager of the month, I immediately go for any team that's been unbeaten in that month. First of all, that's like my first.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, and then and so you're looking at kind of, I think, Spurs, Southampton, and Wolves. And then my next not necessarily my next criteria, but the thing that pipped Nuno for me is the fact that they played 4 games as opposed to 3, which Spurs and Southampton played. So they were unbeaten for 4 games over October as opposed to the 3 games.
But then you also have to take into fact the teams that they played.
I do.
And that 3-3 against Chelsea was an excellent comeback from Southampton.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, for me, soft spot for my boy Danny as well, man. my boy.
So many biased opinion. And what was the last one?
Player of the month.
Player of the month. I hear Son and I back that, but I'm just gonna go Kane, to be honest. Kane was just on a mad team, wasn't he?
Yeah, this month he's been in a mad team.
We wouldn't be mentioning Son's name if it wasn't for Kane.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see the when he got the assist in, what game was it?
Oh, the one against Burnley.
Yeah, where
Son
someone's
was
like, did you get the assist? And he's like, yeah. Nah, I love that, man.
Yeah,
little bromance.
But yeah, we wouldn't be mentioning Son if it wasn't for Kane right now. So I'm getting Kane, man. And the versatility that he showed in his game, and some of that, the last ditch challenges and stuff that he was not challenges even against West Ham. Okay, it came to nothing because West Ham ended up coming back 3-3. But Harry Kane doing up blocks and goal line clearances.
That's that Mourinho.
Yeah, come on, man.
But I definitely think Kane, we're actually witnessing greatness. He is now 9th in the all-time Premier League goal scorers list.
And he's still got...
And he scored his 150th Premier League goal for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Like, he's got another... At the top, 2 years guaranteed. Playing, maybe 5. Maybe his body starts to degenerate a little bit faster, but he honestly... Alan Shearer is quaking in his boots right now. Alan Shearer is quaking in his boots. But that is all we have time for today. So thank you very much for joining us again. This has been episode 11. I think we had a little check of when we've been doing this. It's been coming up to 3 months. So I'm glad we've been able to bring you weekly content every week. And the plan is to keep coming every week and keep entertaining your Mondays, even when Arsenal lose. Sorry, that should have been even when Arsenal win. Because we're a little bit late when they won. But thank you very much for keeping it top bins with us. But housekeeping rules, you can listen to us on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts or anywhere else you listen to your podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Top Bins Pod. That's THETOPBINSPOD. And if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review, as that helps us shoot up the rankings. And I've been your host, Uncle Tass, joined by my co-host Spainey. And this has been the Top Bins Pod.
Peace.
Peace.